Welcome to Travel Decoded. Today, we're exploring a shocking reality hidden behind the bright lights of America's biggest cities, the homeless crisis. While millions of people are drawn to places like Los Angeles, New York, and San Francisco for opportunity, culture, and lifestyle, countless others are struggling to survive on the streets. Homelessness in these top cities has reached alarming levels, and it's turning once thriving urban centers into zones of despair and neglect. The causes are complex. Skyrocketing rents, gentrification, unemployment, mental health challenges, and insufficient social support systems are just some of the factors fueling the crisis. Families, veterans, and individuals with jobs are finding themselves without shelter, forced to live in tents, under bridges, or in overcrowded shelters. The gap between wealth and poverty has never been more visible, with luxury high-rises towering over tent cities. This crisis doesn't just affect those without homes, it impacts everyone who lives in or visits these cities. Public safety, tourism, local businesses, and quality of life all suffer when homelessness becomes so visible and widespread. Yet despite the scale of the problem, systemic solutions remain limited, leaving cities struggling to keep pace. In today's video, we're going to explore 10 American cities where the homeless crisis is spiraling out of control, highlighting the unique challenges each city faces and why they are slowly collapsing under the weight of this epidemic. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for Travel Decoded, because we bring you real-world stories and insights that you won't find anywhere else. Los Angeles. Los Angeles is often seen as a city of dreams, but for many, it has become a city of despair. With over 60,000 homeless individuals, Los Angeles has the largest homeless population in the United States. Tent cities stretch along freeways, sidewalks, and public parks, creating a stark contrast to the glitz of Hollywood and Beverly Hills. High rents, lack of affordable housing, and mental health challenges have left thousands without shelter. Local authorities struggle to balance compassion with public safety, but systemic failures make meaningful change difficult. LA's homelessness crisis is not just a social issue, it has become a visible urban catastrophe. New York City. New York City, the city that never sleeps, is grappling with its own homeless epidemic. Over 50,000 people live in shelters or on the streets, often in Manhattan's high-traffic areas. Public housing shortages, high rents, and rising living costs have pushed many vulnerable individuals into homelessness. While New York has programs to provide temporary housing, they are often overcrowded and insufficient for the scale of the problem. The crisis impacts tourism, business, and daily life, turning some neighborhoods into visible zones of struggle amidst the city's towering skyscrapers. San Francisco. San Francisco, a symbol of innovation and tech wealth, has one of the highest homeless rates per capita in the nation. Gentrification and skyrocketing rents have forced low-income residents onto the streets. Tent encampments in public areas, streets lined with belongings, and visible health hazards illustrate the city's deep social divide. Despite city programs aimed at addressing homelessness, the tech-driven housing market continues to push vulnerable populations further into despair. The city's image of prosperity contrasts sharply with the struggles faced by its homeless community. Seattle. Seattle has experienced explosive growth due to the tech industry, yet this boom has intensified homelessness. Rising housing costs have outpaced wages, leaving many residents without options. Tent cities are common in public parks and underpasses, and mental health and addiction challenges exacerbate the situation. The city's iconic skyline can no longer hide the scale of the problem on the streets below. Chicago. Chicago's homelessness crisis is concentrated in both downtown and marginalized neighborhoods. Harsh winters make survival on the streets especially dangerous, with countless individuals at risk of exposure. Public housing shortages, poverty, and systemic neglect contribute to rising homelessness numbers. Overcrowded shelters and inadequate mental health services compound the problem, leaving many residents without hope for long-term solutions. The city's iconic architecture contrasts with the harsh reality on the streets, revealing the stark divide between wealth and poverty. San Diego. San Diego has seen a rapid increase in homelessness over the past decade, particularly along its coastline and public spaces. Tent encampments are visible near beaches, parks, and transit areas, creating challenges for public safety and sanitation. High housing costs, limited shelters, and mental health issues make the crisis difficult to manage. While the city tries to address the problem through temporary housing programs, the growing numbers indicate that more comprehensive solutions are urgently needed. Portland. Portland has long struggled with homelessness, with tent cities appearing throughout the city's neighborhoods. Rising rents, economic inequality, and limited affordable housing options have left thousands without a home. The city's approach to temporary shelters has been met with both praise and criticism, but without systemic changes, homelessness continues to grow. Residents express concern about public safety and sanitation, highlighting the widespread impact of the crisis on daily life. Miami. Miami faces a unique set of challenges, including homelessness compounded by climate risks and tourism pressures. Rising rents and gentrification push vulnerable residents onto the streets, while seasonal weather can create dangerous conditions for those living outside. Homeless encampments near popular tourist areas threaten the city's image, making it a visible and urgent problem. The city continues to struggle with providing adequate shelter and services, leaving many to navigate the harsh realities of street life. Las Vegas. Las Vegas presents a striking contrast between wealth and poverty. While the city thrives on the gambling and entertainment industry, streets near downtown reveal a growing homeless population. Many individuals rely on temporary shelters, but overcrowding and limited resources leave many vulnerable. The city's homeless crisis has become increasingly visible, affecting public perception, tourism, and local communities. Despite the city's economic growth, social safety nets remain insufficient to address the crisis. Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, faces homelessness near its government hubs, metro stations, and public spaces. While federal resources are nearby, systemic challenges and policy failures contribute to rising numbers of individuals living on the streets. Homelessness in the capital has implications beyond the local community, affecting the national image and highlighting a broader failure to address inequality and provide support for the most vulnerable populations. The homeless crisis in America's top cities is a clear sign of systemic failure, growing inequality, and long-ignored problems. From Los Angeles to New York, these cities may look powerful from a distance, but the streets tell a very different story. Without affordable housing, mental health support, and real long-term solutions, this crisis will only continue to grow. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you understand the reality behind America's biggest cities, subscribe to Travel Decoded for more eye-opening stories like this. Thanks for watching.